And good morning, everyone. Welcome to OBX Today for the 14th, that is, of September, Tuesday morning, 2021. I'm Sam Walker. Glad you're along with us for this edition as we do keep our eyes on the tropics. Things are getting busy, have been busy for the last 2 weeks, and they're going to stay that way, it looks like, because we are at the peak of the 2021 hurricane season. And we do have to deal with, first off, Tropical Storm Nicholas, which came ashore yesterday, or early this morning, as a hurricane, making landfall on the Texas coast around 2 a.m. Nicholas was upgraded to a hurricane in the overnight hours. Is back down to a tropical storm right now. Let's see. We'll get you the latest here on our screen. There is what Nicholas looks like, the latest satellite imagery on Nicholas, as it is currently right along the southeast Louisiana coast. And that's expected to just kind of slowly continue that track over the next day or so. Here is the rainfall forecast, and pretty much of the heaviest rain is forecast now to be from the right along the south coast of Louisiana, and southwest Louisiana are going to get some of it, but the bulk of it is going to be right along the central coast. And then as you get over here towards New Orleans, which still dealing with Ida's after effects, and then you're going to dump 6 to 10 inches of rain on top of that. There are some spots that may get 10 to 15. This is the latest forecast from the National Weather Service, from the WPC, for between now and Friday. Now let's go back to that satellite image right now, because you see out here along northeast of the Bahamas, this disturbance out here, that is what we're watching for potential development over the next couple of days for us. And we are still not too certain that this thing is going to do anything. Here's the latest from National Weather Service office in Morehead City this morning. This area of low pressure expected to form by midweek, a couple of 100 miles north of the southeastern and central Bahamas. So essentially, we're talking between in the Bermuda Triangle, between us and the Bahamas. Some gradual development possible as we get it later into the week, as the system moves northwestward and northward across the Atlantic. Still a good amount of uncertainty with this, but we are likely to see some increased rip current threat for our beaches. But it's still too early for other details at this point. It looks like the latest modeling, and this is the GFS here, if I can get it to pull up. This would be 72 hours from now. So Friday, around midnight, looking at about a 10-15 millibar low. That's a minimal tropical depression just off the coast. That's the latest GFS forecast. That's the only really, the models really are not handling this very well. So we're probably not looking at much. But what we've got is it's going to be the combination. I'm going to roll things back a little bit. You got the combination of the moisture from Nicholas. You got a front that's going to be coming down from the northwest. And then throw in this bit of tropical moisture from what could potentially become Odette, but it's going to have a struggle to become Odette. And it looks like maybe by Friday, Saturday, we're just looking at rain for the weekend, scattered showers and thunderstorms, maybe some rip currents with an onshore flow. But for the most part, this is not likely to become Odette. It's probably going to just be a tropical depression, if that at all. Maybe a subtropical storm. And as it gets farther away in the Atlantic, may intensify enough to become a tropical storm or a subtropical storm if it maintains its tropical characteristics up off of the New England coast. So right now we're looking at not a whole lot out of this. We do have 95L, which is just coming off Africa. Current forecast models, slow development with that over the next 3 or 4 days to a minimal hurricane at best between now and next Tuesday. And then possibly a pretty serious hurricane brushing Bermuda about Thursday of next week. So 95L out there, just a wave that just is coming off Africa. But most of the models are in a pretty decent agreement that it's going to become a Cat 2 at least. And that's where, you look at the GFS more forecast models. I mean, this right here, you're talking about minimal tropical depression, maybe tropical storm once it gets out to about Saturday. There's Sunday, back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, so this time next week, we're looking at possible threat to Bermuda, maybe just to the east of Bermuda, almost to Larry. Looks really like what Larry did is what this one's going to do, 95L. And will it become Odette or will it become Peter? That all depends on what happens with what we got off the Bahamas. So for now, we are not looking at having to deal with anything direct impact, but this wave again out here in this area between us and the Bahamas is going to need to be watched for development. Maybe some rip currents to deal with as we get into the weekend. And again, stormy weather possible as we get into the rest of the work week. And that's really just a combination of three systems. So, all right. Looking at the conditions right now, as you can tell from Jeanette's Pier, it truly is Lake Atlantic, as flat as it can get. Ankle slappers at best. Avon, just a little bit more wave action there. That's just because the south wind has started to pick up a little bit, but there's really nothing to speak of. I mean, it's almost light and variable. Maybe even west. It looks like, look at the flag, it's blowing out of the west right now. At Avon, Hatteras, same thing, just a little bit of ankle slappers, knee slappers down there. There'll be a little bit more wave down that way with from the wind swell today, but very, very benign conditions for the next couple of days weather-wise here along the Outer Banks. All right, other headlines this morning for you at obxtoday.com. Dare County Sheriff's Office is investigating after 2 people were found dead in a home near Manio early Monday. A third person had to be hospitalized. Deputies called to the house in Roanoke Island. In the early morning hours, they found a man and woman dead, according to Dare County Sheriff's Captain Kevin Dupree. Another woman was taken to the hospital. He did not have their ages or release an address where the incident occurred. Dupree said detectives are investigating what happened and the cause of death. The state medical examiner's office in Greenville will conduct autopsies and toxicology tests. His hospitalized woman's condition was unknown late Monday. So not a lot to go on there. We know that the Facebook rumor mill was in high gear yesterday about this incident. I even had calls from Raleigh from people asking, hey, we're hearing 13 people died yesterday in a drug overdose. That's not what we've got. What we have right now from the sheriff's office is 2 dead, a third person hospitalized. It's not clear exactly what happened, but we should get more information about that. But the rumor mill and the telephone game in full blast on that story. But we'll have the latest real information for you at obxtoday.com. Coast Guard Station Hatteras, assisted disabled vessel, ran into a little trouble off Teach's Hole, off Ocracoke late Sunday night. 24-foot bayliner, 2 people on board. They were rescued safely, towed back to shore, actually towed to Silver Lake. And this was Sunday evening. According to the Coast Guard, mariners dropped their anchor just before drifting onto a shoal, and then the Coast Guard towed them into Silver Lake in Ocracoke without incident. If you're out and about on the waters the next couple of days locally, and you're seeing some boats that have been sitting around on the marsh or on the bottom for quite a while, and all of a sudden they're gone, that's because the North Carolina Coastal Federation has begun its derelict boat recovery efforts and removal efforts. The federal government, NOAA, has issued a grant that's being used through the State Division of Coastal Management and Dare County. And this is to remove nearly 24 abandoned boats from the Sound Side areas along the Pamlico and Albemarle watershed. And really just all types of boats. There's one that's on near Balm Point Island within the Kitty Hawk Woods Reserve. That's going to be pulled out. There's several up in the Currituck Banks area the Coastal Reserve has just north of Corolla. But there are a bunch of these boats, about 20, at least 20 are going to get pulled out over the next 2 weeks by the Coastal Federation. And they will be going away. Moran Environmental Recovery is going to be handling the contract for this. And that's the goal is the Frank Grant funded project to create a replicable case study on how to clean up abandoned and derelict vessels and other medium and large scale marine debris by combining local, state, and federal resources and make it available to a broad range of stakeholders. The effort is in conjunction with other North Carolina Marine Debris Action Plan efforts that you're going to see over the next 5 years. And we've got details on the H2O page at obxtoday.com. All right. If you're wondering what's going on with the grocery stores, Harris Teeter's announced starting tomorrow they're going to cut their hours. They're only going to be open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., and this is Harris Teeter's chain-wide throughout the country. They are going to be cutting their hours for all stores, again, going to 6 to 9, so no more 24 hours for the stores on the Outer Banks. But they're doing this chain-wide. Publix has also announced they're cutting back their hours, too, at stores around the state. Again, this is all because they're having issues staffing their full workforce. Story we got yesterday from our friends at the National Park Service. We got quite a few stories from them. Of course, tomorrow they're going to start working on the Frisco Bathhouse project. We'll have some details about that posting up at obxtoday.com later on today, and we'll have more about it for you tomorrow. But there is an archaeological dig that's getting underway at Fort Riley National Historic Site, and archaeologists are going to be out starting tomorrow through the 24th. As they search for more clues of the lost colony. The First Colony Foundation, a group of professional archaeologists, has partnered with the National Park Service on the dig, and they have received a permit. The upcoming dig offers a unique opportunity for anyone interested in the fate of the lost colony to watch professional archaeologists at work, according to Dave Halleck, who's superintendent of the National Parks of Eastern North Carolina. The dig will explore multiple sites, including the metallurgical and science workshop, dubbed the Science Workshop, where numerous artifacts have already been uncovered and promising new areas that were surveyed in 2016 using a ground-penetrating radar. Jamie Lanier, Cultural Resource Manager and historian with National Park Service, said the dig includes new ground that's never been tested archaeologically, so it's very exciting to see what may be found. The mystery of the lost colony, not only where they went, but where those 117 men, women, and children live while on Roanoke Island. Earthen ramparts, likely built during an expedition in 1585, but possibly more closer to the French and Indian War, actually, and abandoned prior to the lost colony's arrival 2 years later, offer a tantalizing clue that area will be examined further during the archaeological work. Previous digs on the Fort Riley site have uncovered an array of Elizabethan and Native American artifacts, including pottery, tools, and trade items. So the dig will be going on tomorrow through the 24th. There will be historic Fort Riley National Historic Site rangers on hand providing educational information each day from 1:45 to 2:45, weather dependent. So you can go check that out if you like over at Fort Riley National Historic Site on the north end of Roanoke Island. We're going to switch back over to our, let me go back to the display here because something pretty cool happening this morning, courtesy of our pals at Outer Banks Forever and Jessica Green. They were out this morning for another dig, but this time digging for turtles. So here's what they have.
Good evening, everybody, from Cape Hatteras National Seashore. My name's Ranger Will. We have Ranger Cat. We have volunteers Beth Paley and Charlie Juanitas, ready to release some sea turtle hatchlings that we found during 2 excavations today. Our first nest was a green sea turtle nest, which ended up having roughly 80% hatch success and 75% emergence success. And we are releasing 7 of those greens this evening. In addition, we did also excavate 1 loggerhead sea turtle nest, which did amazingly well at 95% emergence success. And we have 2 live hatchlings to release this evening. As you can see, both species are moving pretty quickly to the shoreline.
So there you go. Some green sea turtles being released yesterday evening at Cape Hatteras National Seashore. And OBX Forever, which is a nonprofit partners of the National Park Service in all three of the Outer Banks parks, posting that up. Jessica Green, who we've had as a guest before. And they've got all kinds of cool stuff. You can go to Outer Banks Forever on their Facebook page. Really some cool stuff there with the sea turtle releases that they do there. Cape Hatteras National Seashore. And the other programs, when they got the webcams that are going up, got the one at Cape Hatteras Lighthouse, and some of the other things they got going on. All right, in sports, let's see. Got a busy one on the volleyball side of things today. Ocracoke is at Beargrass Charter, Currituck at Edenton. First Flight travels to Hertford County, Mattamuskeet at Columbia, Pungo Christian at Albemarle, Perquimans at Tarboro, Victory Christian hosts Tabernacle Baptist, Lawrence at Ridgecroft, and Washington County at Gates. Just 2 soccer matches on the local scene today. Pungo Christian at Albemarle and Tabernacle Baptist at Victory Christian. OBX Today Weather Center forecast. Another sunny and hot day here on this kickoff of the last week of summer. We're going to see high temperatures at the beach around 87. And it's going to get up to 91 inland, starting out with light and variable winds, becoming south about 5 to 10 miles an hour this afternoon. For tonight, we'll see clear skies, low down to 74, south winds of 10 to 15 miles an hour. And then on Wednesday, it's going to be sunny and a high of 84 with south winds around 5 to 10. Wednesday night, partly cloudy, a few showers overnight, low 71. Showers and thunderstorms possible with partly sunny skies Thursday, high 85. It's going to be scattered. Really, the combination of the moisture from Nicholas, the front coming across, and whatever happens out between us and the Bahamas, kind of combining up to bring us the showers and thunderstorm activity Thursday night, and into Friday. But really, it's not going to be a washout. We're looking at 30 to 40% chances right now with highs around the mid-80s. Then Saturday, sunny, 85. Sunday and Monday, sunny and 86. Coastal Marine forecast, pretty much slick calm out there. May see some southwest winds 5 to 10, becoming south in the afternoon 10 to 15. 1 foot waves or less on the sound. Seas around 2 feet. Rip current risk is low. As you can tell with our live shot from surfchecks.com at Jeanette's Pier, it is Lake Atlantic out there right now. Let's see. Water temperatures still in the mid to upper 70s. Our next tide change at Oregon Inlet just coming up on high tide in about 10 minutes at 8:38. Low tide, that is. High tide this evening at 2:55. Sunset tonight at 7:10. Sunrise tomorrow at 6:45. And you're wondering, hey, we got that hazy conditions out there, and there's red sunrises and sunsets. That's all the smoke from those western wildfires still coming in. That's why we're kind of hazy out there. But it's going to be a nice day today. Currently outside the studios in Uptown Nags Head, we've got 75 degrees. And that's going to do it for OBX Today for this Tuesday, September the 14th, 2021. Hope you have a great day. And join us tomorrow here on OBX Today Facebook page and on YouTube. We'll see you.